This is the video for the Try It section of Lesson 4, Working in the VBE. In this lesson, you practice placing a macro into a new module. There are times when you'll be perusing the web, on blogs, news groups, all kinds of places outside of Excel where you'll find really good examples of code that you'll want to test and see if it works for you. When you peruse these websites, you'll find real gems of code that are posted every now and then, and you'll want to bring them into Excel and maybe add them to whatever library that you're maintaining, or to use that code in a workbook project that you're in the middle of. For purposes of this lesson, instead of hunting around on websites for code, what we'll do is we'll use Notepad, which is a text editor application by Microsoft, to enter in our own macro and then copy and paste it into Excel. So here's my desktop, and I've placed a Notepad icon on there. If you want to find Notepad yourself on your computer, try clicking the Start button at the lower left corner of your screen, and from the Start menu, select Programs. In later versions of Windows, it might be called All Programs, and then go to the Accessories menu item, and Notepad will be in there that you can double click and open. And there's Notepad. We're going to enter in a very simple macro here that in actuality you won't be typing out these macros for yourself outside of Excel. The purpose is just to create a macro outside of Excel that will copy and paste into Excel. So this one we'll just call example, and we'll place the word hello into range A1. And then jazz it up a little bit by a message box that says you just entered hello into cell A1. And end sub. So imagine for a moment that this is a cool macro that you found somewhere on the web or outside of Excel. Go ahead and select it to copy it. I'm going to press Control C. That'll put it on the clipboard. And now open Excel and go to either the Developer tab and click Visual Basic, or you could press the Alt F11 keys. That'll work in any version of Excel to get into the VBE. When you're in the Visual Basic editor, from the menu bar, click Insert, Module. There's your new module, and I'm going to press the Control V, that's V as in Victor, keys, that pastes the items, the text that we just copied, that's the macro, into the Visual Basic Editor's Module 1. And so there is your macro that you have just imported into Excel. I'm going to hit Alt-Q, those keys, to go back to the worksheet, and selecting some other cell outside of A1 here to clarify the point that the macro will place the word hello into cell A1. Pressing Alt F8 shows the macro dialog. There's the macro example that we just pasted into Module 1. And click the Run button. And there's the word hello and the message box that says you just entered hello into cell A1. That's just a macro example of what cool macro you might find anywhere on the web or blogs, wherever you happen to be looking for examples of code that you can place into Excel that way by copying it onto the clipboard from wherever you find it, pasting it into a module, and then testing it and running it from Excel here.